Hi, this is Al Padley, and in this video we're going to look at how you attach yourself to your team's schedule in Arbiter. Before we get to that, the reason we attach to a team schedule is that it's an easy way to create an automatic block on your calendar so that you don't receive referee assignments during a time you're playing. The other benefit is it lets me know, as the assigner, exactly where your game is. So it makes it easier for me to find you an appropriate referee assignment. Because after all, not all the games are at Simplot. So let's get to it. It's a pretty simple process. And first let's go ahead and launch our browser. And here we are, the Arbiter 1 homepage. The first thing you'll need to do is in the menu bar, click on the Schedule tab. And once you've done that, in the sub-menu bar, click on Attach. That will bring you to this screen. And the important parts here are the 3 drop-down menus. The first one, which is Sport, is probably going to always say Soccer if you're in my group. If you're in another group like the ISRC group, there could be several items in that drop-down. The next item is the level drop-down. And as you can see, this list is quite lengthy. The reason for that is we have listed the age groups for each league separately. So if you're in a D3 game, it's just going to be 13B or 14G for your age group. However, keep in mind that you might be playing in a higher group for a particular season, particularly if there are only a few teams available. So even though you might be a 14 boys team, you might check for your team in the 15 boys division if you don't initially find it. If you play for a Rush Select team, you will notice that those games or those levels are prefaced by an RS. If you play in the Outback League, those are prefaced by Outback. If you play in the FC Nova Youth League, those are prefaced by FCN. And if you're in the FC Nova Gunners League, those are FCN Gunners. So the next thing you do, of course, is you find your appropriate level. And why don't we just, for our purposes here, pick 15G. This will pop up initially the first team in the list, probably not going to be your team. So you have to go to the team drop down and open it up and find your team. Now, depending on when you're doing this during the calendar year, you may find your team listed more than once, possibly with slightly different name or different capitalization. This occurs because tournaments and league seasons often put the name in slightly differently. So if the first one doesn't work, keep trying until you find the one that pops up the appropriate schedule. In this case, we're just going to use, let's use this Nevada team from a tournament. All right, so they had a couple of initial games in the tournament. If you plan to attach to the entire schedule, then you can click the Attach button at the far right, and that will automatically check all the boxes in that list. If you don't want all of them, then you have to check them individually, like this. Once you're satisfied that you have everything selected correctly on this screen, click the Submit button. And that is how you attach yourself to a team. Now you can check this very quickly by going up to your Blocks menu item and clicking on it, and you get your schedule here in a block format. Now we just attached ourselves to a team of had games back in April and May. So if we go back, say to May, there we see May 2nd, which when those games were, is highlighted in green. If you move over to the left column, there's a legend, and you will see that green means an attached game. And if you click on the 2nd, you will see down below at the bottom of the calendar 2 games in green, and that means you have successfully attached yourself to those games. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.